The smartest NFL players are those whose football IQ, instincts, and decision-making set them apart. So today, I'm putting together a roster of the smartest players to ever step onto the field. Let's start with the smartest linebacker of all time, Luke Kuechly. His football IQ was second to none thanks to his tireless film study, pre-snap recognition, and natural playmaking ability. And he'll be the defensive leader on our team. To help me build this team, I'll be using iconic NFL moments, Wonderlic scores, football articles, and much more. Once we've assembled our roster of the smartest players in NFL history, we'll put them up against the current NFL to see if they can win a Super Bowl in just one season. This team is all about brains, because in the NFL, hearts can be just as impactful as strength. Joining Kuechly at middle linebacker are Ray Lewis and Bobby Wagner. These two are known for their hard-hitting play, but it was their understanding of the game that really set them apart. And of course, there'll be some players that don't make the team, so I want to hear from you. Let me know which players you think deserve a spot on the smartest team's roster. Moving on to the smartest outside linebackers in NFL history. First is current NFL superstar TJ Watt. Constantly one step ahead of opposing offenses, his combination of football IQ and athleticism makes him one of the very best in the game. Even Sean Payton has called him exceptionally smart in an interview. Joining him at outside linebacker is DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. Their high football IQ allowed them to adjust their pass rushing techniques based on the situation. As for the defensive line, we have some of the smartest players to ever take the field, starting with Aaron Donald. Despite being undersized, his football intelligence set him apart and helped him become one of the greatest defensive players in NFL history. Donald's ability to know everything happening on the field and adjust his positioning to avoid being double-teamed made him a force to be reckoned with. Backing him up at defensive tackle is Alan Page. Not only was he intellectually gifted outside of football, where he earned a law degree and became a Supreme Court justice, but he used that intelligence on the football field, earning him 9 Pro Bowl selections and being inducted into the Hall of Fame. As for the defensive ends, I had to include Myles Garrett and J.J. Watt, both of whom scored a 31 on the NFL's Wonderlic test. While both are physically gifted, their exceptional football IQ and strong academic backgrounds make them elite at their positions. I also want to highlight 2 exceptional leaders, Bruce Smith and Calais Campbell. Moving to the secondary, Richard Sherman stands out as one of the smartest quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL. With a 4.2 GPA from Stanford University and the ability to master defensive schemes, Sherman was a dominant force in the NFL for many years. Joining him is Darrelle Revis. While he may not have been the tallest or the fastest, Revis had a unique ability to lock down opposing wide receivers, earning the nickname Revis Island for his shutdown coverage. In a video from the NFL a few years ago, former Super Bowl champion James Jones praised Patrick Pearson as one of the smartest quarterbacks he's ever faced, noting Pearson's ability to break down plays before they even unfolded. And finally, I can't overlook Jalen Ramsey. Widely regarded as one of the top cornerbacks today, Ramsey uses his football IQ to read a quarterback's eyes, footwork, and body language, always positioning himself to make a big play. To close out this already impressive defense, I'm bringing in 2 Hall of Famers in Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu to play safety for the smartest NFL team of all time. Ed Reed is widely regarded as the greatest ball hawk of all time, using his football IQ to anticipate exactly where the quarterback was going with the ball, forcing many turnovers. As for Troy Polamalu, he was a master at disrupting plays the moment the ball was snapped, thanks to his understanding of offensive tendencies. And just like that, we have assembled the smartest defense of all time. So many incredible players, but trust me, you won't believe the talent that makes up the offense. Kicking off our wide receivers, Randy Moss stands as one of the greatest to ever play in the NFL. Even Bill Belichick has praised him as the smartest receiver he's ever seen. Over his Hall of Fame career, he racked up 15,292 receiving yards and 156 touchdowns. Joining Moss at receiver are 2 current NFL stars, DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Kupp. Both are renowned for their football IQ, particularly when it comes to understanding defensive schemes. And last but not least, I had to include Calvin Johnson. Known for his exceptional talent, Megatron was also a standout in the intelligence department, scoring an impressive 41 on the Wonderlic test. Continuing with the offense, let's bring in the smartest tight ends in NFL history, starting with Travis Kelce. Even though the touchdown didn't end up counting, this play by Kelce highlights his deep understanding of the game. Backing him up is Marcedes Lewis, a master at reading coverages and one of the most effective blockers in the game. His football IQ shines through in both the passing and running game. Moving on to the offensive line, I'm bringing in Joe Thomas, Quentin Nelson, Jason Kelce, Zach Martin, and Lane Johnson. From their leadership on the field to their deep understanding of the game's fundamentals, these offensive linemen are truly the smartest in the business. Before we get to the smartest quarterback of all time, let's add Christian McCaffrey as our #1 running back. He's earned high praise from head coach Kyle Shanahan, who calls him consistent, composed, and exceptionally smart. McCaffrey's dedication to film study and preparation allows him to understand the game at an elite level, making him one of the top players in the NFL. Backing him up is Emmitt Smith, known for his ability to patiently wait for his offensive line to open up running lanes, allowing him to make big plays. And while it may be a bit of a surprise, I had to include Ezekiel Elliott. With impressive 32 points on the Wonderlic test, the highest ever by a running back, knows just how smart he is. As for fullback, I had to include Kyle Juszczyk, one of the smartest and most versatile in the game today. Now, Moving on to the quarterback position, and this was a tough decision, as both Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are incredibly talented and have had remarkable careers. However, I have to give the edge to Tom Brady because of his unparalleled football IQ. While he may not possess the most outstanding physical traits, the elite decision-making, ability to adjust on the fly, and leadership in clutch moments set him apart from Manning. And of course, his 7 Super Bowl titles speak for themselves. For the smartest kicker and punter on the team, we've got Adam Vinatieri, renowned for his ability to make clutch, high-pressure kicks, and Pat McAfee, who's earned a reputation for his brilliant execution of fake punts. And now that we've assembled a roster of the smartest NFL players of all time, it's time to see if they can take home the Lombardi Trophy. The first game was against the LA Rams, and both teams' offenses really struggled in the first quarter. But late in the second quarter, a Rams defender is called for defensive pass interference, and on the next play, Kyle Juszczyk takes the handoff and punches in for the first score. After skipping ahead to the second half, the smartest team of all time are moving their way down the field thanks to this great pass to Travis Kelce for 24 yards. A couple of plays later, Tom Brady finds an open Travis Kelce in the end zone to extend the lead to 17. After simming the rest of the game, the smartest team managed to score a couple more times and go on to easily take down the Rams in the season opener. Our defense actually held Stafford to under 100 passing yards. And after simming the rest of the regular season, the team of the smartest players of all time finished with a perfect 17-0 record. And as expected, Tom Brady led the entire NFL with 4,900 passing yards and 50 touchdowns, while Christian McCaffrey finished with 1,400 rushing yards on the year. D-Hop led all receivers on the team, while J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald feasted this season. After our first round bye, we take on the 11-6 Green Bay Packers in the divisional round. But this game did not start out great for the smartest team, as Tom Brady throws an interception to Quay Walker. And it was Jordan Love who immediately makes us pay with this great touchdown pass to Christian Watson. After taking a sack on second down, Brady steps back in the pocket and throws a great pass to Randy Moss, who hangs on to it. Unfortunately, we had to settle for 3 in the red zone. After skipping ahead, the game was all tied at 13 at halftime. But late in the third quarter, the smartest team managed to sack Jordan Love, and J.J. Watt recovered the fumble, which then led to Tom Brady throwing a quick pass to Randy Moss to take the lead. The Packers managed to quickly answer back with this rushing touchdown by Josh Jacobs. After both teams scored yet again, this game was headed to overtime. Unfortunately for Packers fans, they couldn't convert on third down, and the smartest team had a chance to win it. The smartest team managed to pick up a couple of first downs, and this game comes down to a field goal. The kick by Adam Vinatieri is up, and it's good! The smartest team just barely sneaked out the victory over the Packers. Next up is the 15-2 Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And the team of the smartest players immediately get on the board with this rushing touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. The Eagles offense was really struggling in the first half, while our offense kept their foot on the gas, scoring another touchdown. This time it was a Calvin Johnson receiving touchdown. After simming the rest of the game, the smartest team of all time managed to score a few more times and went on to defeat the Eagles. Somehow Jalen Hurts won NFL MVP over Tom Brady. We now take on the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. On our opening drive, Tom Brady steps back in the pocket and throws a great pass to a wide open Randy Moss, who then manages to pick up 50 yards. On the very next play, Brady finds Emmitt Smith for an 8-yard touchdown catch. Lamar was then faced with a third down, but his receiver failed to make the catch. After kicking 3 to take a 10-point lead, Lamar was finally able to get the Ravens on the board with this pass to Mark Andrews. Skipping ahead to the second half, the smartest team of all time lead by 7 points. The Ravens were then forced to punt after failing to pick up the first down, which led to this Adam Vinatieri field goal to extend the lead to 10. The Ravens really need to score on this drive, and so far Lamar is making some great reads. On first down, he steps back in the pocket and throws over the middle, but it's intercepted by Darrelle Revis. And Tom Brady makes him pay for that turnover by throwing a pass to Randy Moss for the touchdown. And that was enough as the team of the smartest players of all time go on to win the Super Bowl. It just goes to show you that the smartest players can always find a way to win. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely go check out this one right over here. I know you'll like it. Click on it.